Hi, welcome. It's Marilyn Price with the Mentor Project. I was just trying on my new hat. Uh, it's not a new hat, it's a pot. And I do not recommend that you put a pot on the top of your head. But it fit perfectly. Excuse me, let me just fix my locks here. I'm about to tell you a story. And I've told this story many times, but I found these things, these kitchen utensils, and I fell madly in love with how cute they were. So I bought them, set of five, and they're little spatulas. This little spatula and this little whisk here. It's a little spreader for oils. And there's another spatula, and here's a spoon, and here's a really cool spoon. And I said, I don't know if I'm ever going to use them to cook, but I sure could use them to tell a story. But what story might that be? And then I remembered this story, which is a very old tale. But first, a little bit of teaching because we have to do that, right? This is a spatula. You use it to scrape the sides of your bowl or even to mix. So I took that and I gave them ours. It could be green olives. Didn't give them mouths because they don't really have speaking parts. And then I took this. I've done this before, so love to repeat it and wrap them around. Yeah, I'll wrap one more. And I'll wrap this dude here. And then I'm going to make them into arms. And I think elbows are good. And they need elbows because they're going to be bringing things to our story. This story is very old. And I've told it, as I said many times before. There's a wonderful Spanish version called Cactus Soup by Eric Kimmel that I love as well. But we're going to do our version of Stone Soup today. Oh, gave it away. It's called Stone Soup. And I think you're going to like it. I like it a lot. So put all my characters, all my village characters, I'll let you meet them. This is the mayor. And these are the people that live in the village. Not a very rich village. Matter of fact, they have so little that they are hesitant to share because they're afraid they won't have enough. And these are the villagers. Oh, and then you met the mayor already. And this is a stranger who comes to town. That's all you need to know for now. The message, no matter how you tell it, is exactly the same. Let's see, where is the mayor's right here? Put the rest of these dudes right over here so I can grab them to tell our story. Are you ready? I can tell you're ready just by the way you were paying attention. Put the villagers over here in the village and the mayor over here in the mayor's office. And our story goes like this. Once upon a time in a small village, a stranger came to town, very, very, very hungry, looking for something to eat. Now, he had been traveling for a very long time. He was tired and hungry, but the village he entered was not very friendly and a little bit leery of strangers. Who are you? Well, I'm just going through your town and I was wondering if perchance you had something for me to eat. Oh, we have very little, said the mayor. Oh, but I don't need much. Oh, what does that mean, much? He said, well, actually, I was hoping to make a big pot of stone soup. Said the mayor, wishing to appear very wise. Stone soup? Oh, yes, I make the best stone soup, said the soldier. Well, we happen to have a very good variety of stone soups here. Really? Well, if that's the case, perhaps you could just lend me a pot. We'll put some water in it, and I'll get the stone. Well, sure enough, the mayor went off. Oh, but he needed a little help. It's a very heavy pot. He brought a great big pot, put it in the center of town, and then they filled it with water. And the soldier said, you know, he said, soldier, stranger, I'm going to get me a great big stone. And off he went to find a stone to make his soup. When he came back, he had a great big stone, which he plopped right in the pot. When the mayor looked at it, he said, that doesn't look very interesting. Well, 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 it will be fine. I just need to get the water boiling. When we make stone soup, yes, we always add a carrot. Oh, I don't have any carrots. Well, maybe I could get one to share. So the mayor went off to get a carrot, even though he did not have very much. But he didn't want to tell the stranger that he didn't have anything, and that besides, he wanted him to know that his stone soup was the best of all. Well, here it is. Here's a carrot for you. So he put the carrot in the pot, and the water continued to boil. So now, doesn't smell too exciting. So while the stranger and the mayor were standing there, along came Mr. Green. Mr. Green was on his way to get the mail. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, we're making stone soup. This stranger said that his stone soup recipe is the best. Really? Really? I have a fabulous stone soup recipe. Oh, well, what do you put in your stone soup? Well, I always add an onion. Oh, said the stranger. I don't have an onion. I have one in the cellar. So he went home to his cellar and he brought back an onion. It was a great big onion, and he popped it right in the pan, and the water continued to boil. Now, with an onion and a carrot and a stone, we were beginning to get a little bit of action here. And so it went. Now, pretty soon, who should come by but Miss Purple? Miss Purple just looked at the soup and she said, "What are you doing here? You have a pot, an onion, and carrots, and a big stone." "Why, we're making stone soup," said the mayor. "Can't you tell?" "Well, I see stone soup, but I don't see that you have any garlic." "We don't have any garlic." "Well, I suppose I could spare a little garlic." So Ms. Purple went back and she put a great big bulb of garlic right inside, and the water started to boil faster and faster, and the soup was just making somewhat of an odor by this time. So the four of them watched as the soup began to boil. Well, who should come by then but Mr. Blue? Mr. Blue was so busy, but he looked at the soup with the onion and the carrot and the garlic, and he said, "What's this?" "Why," said the mayor, "can't you tell? Our stranger friend here decided that he had the best stone soup recipe of all." "Oh, no, that's not possible. My stone soup recipe is finer than any other, and all you have in yours is a carrot, garlic, an onion, and a stone. What would you add?" "Well, I always have a radish." "Oh, we don't have any radishes." "Well, you're in luck. I have two extra." Well, Mr. Blue went back and he brought back not one, mind you, but two radishes, and he put them in the pot. Oh, and it continued to boil. Pretty soon others came by and they put in salt, some pepper from the grinder. It was boiling and boiling and boiling. It was so very beautiful. And the odor and the amount of soup began to get larger and larger. And pretty soon the entire village stood around and watched it boil. Said the mayor. "That's very interesting." "What?" said the stranger. "Well, when you came by and threw a stone in the pot, I thought for sure we'd have nothing interesting at all. But now it seems that you have made a delicious soup using just a stone." "Well," said the stranger, "you have been so kind and generous to me. I think we should all sit around and eat our soup together." And they did. And you know what else? It was delicious. When people gather together, when they add all the things that they can add and put a little bit of themselves together, it makes a delicious meal. So that's what happened to stone soup, all because people were then not only taking care of themselves, but also taking care of a stranger. And that is the end of our story. Be sure to watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and of course, a podcast. Thank you very much. I hope your day is a pleasant and